It's so good to be back. I am officially, back. I was on holiday for like, just say 2 weeks. I just came back today, and this was one of the pieces. This is a laptop actually. I did sell 5 decent pieces, but this one right here actually was one of the few ones, that was bought just immediately when I proceeded on holiday. I did leave my shop, for people to be able to order things. I just wanted to check to be sure how that goes, and from the look of things, everything pretty much went very well. None of the customers actually complained why their orders had to be sent out so late, because obviously they saw the marking on the shop, and it told them that I was going to be on holiday. Guys, you need to take a break sometimes. If you think you want to keep doing eBay without having to take a rest, that might actually be a bad strategy to deploy. It was beautiful, had time to really, spend with my family, time to recharge, time to eat good food. I did post some pictures. If you are not subscribed to the channel, please go ahead and be subscribed. And even while I was on holiday, I was still trying to catch up with you guys, because this is what we do here every time. We're not going to leave you guys alone, to just do whatever you want. I'm just kidding. Anyway, I am officially back, and we are going to be rocking. We are going to be doing what we know how to do here on the channel, which is selling stuff on eBay, selling desktop PCs, selling, used laptops, selling, phones, IT hardwares. If this is the kind of content that interests you, or why did I even remove this? This can actually still stay here, because I'm going to use this to pack this. So this is what happens when you are talking and why you still want to make content. I wanted to put this here, and for one reason or the other, I just forgot. All right. So if this is kind of content that interests you, you want to see the behind the scene of what happens if you decide to, to make money online. I'm very, very rusty right now, because it's just the first day of me coming back from a very long holiday, and everything is kind of rusted right now, and it's going to take me a few days to come back to action. But then I like when things are like this, because it tells me that I shouldn't take so long of a holiday. But then I'm just kidding. You need a holiday to stay healthy, because this business, sometimes it could be a little bit, stressful. Things could just be a little bit, bumpy, and when things happen like that, the best thing you want to do for yourself, take a week, take some few days off, and when you come back, most times you're going to be in the best frame of mind to actually, do this business. Because truth be said, this is not a business you will do when you are dissatisfied, when you are not happy. It's not a business that you do when you are kind of losing patience, and you feel like you want to flip used pieces. It's going to show. The buyers are going to pretty much notice that. Little things that you should have taken time to do, you're not going to do it because you are no longer motivated. You feel like you are spending a lot of time for very little outcome. So this is one of the best signals that you can have, for you to know that you definitely need to proceed on a well-deserved holiday. All right. So I am back. It's a very good transaction. Just to check how much it sold for. I'm going to go to my eBay app, and I am just going to take a look at what the buyer did, pay for this. This sold for 446 euros. It's a beautiful laptop, 14 inches. Ladies and gentlemen, this is not a laptop that you ship out when you are angry. It's not a laptop that you want to ship out when you have no motivation. It's not a laptop that you want to ship out carelessly, because when you do that, you are setting up yourself, for problems, because the buyer is going to receive it. Buyer is going to say, look, I gave you 400 and something euros, and is this what you can actually, send to me? Honestly, if that happens, buyer is going to be set on fire, and the item is going to be returned to you. You're going to get a negative review. You do not want to do that. So what you want to do is to throw this decent laptop in a very responsible box like you have here, very thick. You want to go ahead and protect it on all sides, just like I am doing right now, because somebody might be thinking now, why are you using a lot of packaging materials for a laptop like this? Yes, I am actually doing that because I am shipping out a very expensive laptop, and I do not want, for any reason, the buyer is not satisfied. I'm going to do my best. Even though I'm just coming back from holiday now, I still feel like I need time to come back to my normal, processes. I keep looking for everything. Right now, I am actually looking for the charger of this laptop. Okay, and here it is. I'm just going to make sure that it's also, well folded. I still have about 3 computers to send out today. I'm kind of, a little bit constrained now by time. But if I kind of hasten up a little bit, I should still be able to, meet up. And this is exactly what I am going to do right here. All right. So that is in. I'm going to put a carton right there so that I know that everything is like tip top. Right, and then I'm going to close the box right now. See, guys, I forgot something which I'm going to tell you, right now. See, before I went on holiday, I totally forgot that my label printing paper was actually, finished. This is an A4 sheet. I normally have the A5 sheet for printing labels, which is the best. I don't want to have this because then I'll begin to, tape them on. But the other paper actually has everything in place, which is I just have to take out the back, and then it already has its own, adhesive, which makes it easy for me. But in this case, I now have to tape this on, which is an extra, stress on my process. This is what I still find people doing sometimes. This is just going to be an exception. I have since ordered, exactly what I need. Hopefully it should be delivered tomorrow, and then I do not have to do this, because this, if I have to ship out 10 packets in a day and I have to, physically tape them one after the other, then that's just going to amount to a gross waste of my time. But then sometimes you have to make exceptions, and this is one of those rare situations. I am actually, making this exception right here. But I want to promise you guys that by tomorrow, everything should pretty much be, be back again to where it actually is. All right. Let me know what you think in the comment section. How has it been with your business? Hope everything has been going the way it should. Hope you also found time to rest. Of course, I understand that sometimes work could be very, very challenging. You want to tell yourself, no, I just want to push through it. I do not want to take a break, because if I take a break, I'm going to lose traction in the eBay algorithm. Buyers are not going to be able to find me when I come back. I'm not going to be able to raise or meet up on my, sales goals. Guys, I want to tell you exactly the way you feel. I have been there before. There were times where I had to push through, even though, I wasn't feeling the best state of mind. Physically, I was also like going through some, stress when I had this accident on my hand. Even then, I was still pushing through just because I felt like I needed to do this, I needed to do that, I needed to, just not remove my leg from the gas pedal. And sometimes we just keep giving excuses not to take a rest. Guys, it's not going to help you. When you've been grinding for quite a long time, spend time to look around and say, you know what, I am shutting this whole process down. I want to take a few days. I want to go somewhere where I do not have to think about work. I want to go somewhere where I can actually wake up in the morning, just have, coffee at the balcony, or coffee wherever you want to have it, and just think about, positive stuff. I hope this video helps you. Definitely. I'm going to be sitting down and making a more relaxed video later. Until I see you again in the next one, peace.